Hello, my name is Avery, and today I'm going to give a video talking about cultural communication. So, the first thing first, I read this article called The Body Ritual of the Nasarima. Um, when I first heard of this, I was trying to figure out, okay, who is the Nasarima? And then as I started reading the article, I started doing some research about it and whatnot. I realized that it was a satirical writing, basically explaining American culture from the standpoint of other cultures. And reading it, it was a little eye opening because I felt that the way we look at other cultures is the same way that they look at us. So it was very interesting to read something from another person's perspective of our culture. A good example of that is in my culture, the African American culture where I'm from. We do something that, especially during funerals, if a person passes away in the house, we cover the mirrors. And it's basically, we do this because it's said that the human spirit is still in the house. And so that we don't want that spirit to just stay. We want them to move on to the next realm. And so that's why we cover the mirrors in the house. Today, I don't think it's really done as often as it was back then. Early, back in the probably I want to say the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it was a real big thing. But now it's not. Some people kind of look at it as more hoodoo voodoo. But in reality, it wasn't, it had nothing to do with hoodoo voodoo. It was more just making sure that the spirit passes on to the next realm. It doesn't stay here. It doesn't try to linger, and it doesn't try to enter other people if they look into the mirror and see it. I remember when my dad passed away when I was little, we covered all the mirrors in the house because he passed away in our house as well. So, so I do know that other cultures do this as well. They also cover mirrors. Some cultures in Africa do it. There's, I think, some cultures in Asian cultures that do it as well. Another ritual, well, I'm not even sure if it would be considered a ritual or if it's just communicative things. I know Asians, they do not walk in the house with their shoes on. And it was actually funny because a school that I taught at, we had invited some friends from that school to our house, and they came, and we were thrown off by it because we just walk in the house with our shoes, and it actually made perfect sense why they don't. And they took their shoes off at the door, left their shoes at the door, and they just walked around with no shoes on. And it was like, oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, Asians, they do the same thing. And I know some people here in America do that as well that are not of Asian descent. They also do the same thing. And it's due to cleanliness, keeping the floors clean. Because, of course, when you walk around outside, you can pick up stuff on the bottom of your shoes and whatnot. I think there's certain Middle East countries that do the same thing. I think like Palestinians, they leave their shoes at the door and whatnot. They don't walk around in the house with the shoes on. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense because, you're tracking everything on the bottom of your shoes coming into the house. And it's a sign of respect because your house is to be clean. And of course, cleanliness is next to godliness. What else? See. Okay. Another cultural thing that I don't, so this one I'm not sure if it's beneficial or detrimental, but it's basically about the exceptionalism. I know a lot of cultures take pride in being from their culture. They take pride in being who they are. And America is no different. We take pride in being American citizens. We take pride in being in a free country. Sometimes that could hurt, sometimes that can help. It's called exceptionalism. Looking into a couple of changes, I did some research and I came across it's called the Public Religion Research Institute. And basically, they did research on essentially changes in America and whether or not it's good or bad. And from what I can see, it looks like it's divided. Some people in America are 100% all American and they 100% believe in American exceptionalism, that America is the best place on earth. America is the best country on earth. And then you have some who are like, not so sure. Yeah, we were good, but now I'm not so sure. And I can see it because even from my own standpoint, I know a lot of people that are saying they're ready to leave the country. And I know some people that are saying that, they came to the country for a better life. So that's just one thing that I do feel like we need to work on here in America. We need to be as more accepting of all cultures, all backgrounds. We're a country of freedom. This is what the country was based on. We were based on being able to celebrate our own individuality, no matter what walk of life you came from, no matter what background you came from. So, the exceptionalism, I do believe it can help if you believe that America is the best. But I believe it hurts when people start putting other cultures down and start saying, "Oh, well, that's weird," because you're not from America. So that's just my thoughts on it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Have a great day.